Greetings and welcome back or welcome to this message of unconditional love's highest wisdom and guidance, most pertinent to you at this time. We're connected with unconditional love, so let's get right into it. Your conscious energy today is showing up as the Page of Pentacles, Death, and the Eight of Cups. This is speaking pretty clearly and literally about a part of your inner child, your Page of Pentacles, your inner earth child that is undergoing or has undergone a transformation with death and is now walking away from, and you actually entirely are now walking away from what this part of you has transformed out of. With the Chariot on the split, we have you moving strongly forward, while also the only reason that any aspect of you is looking back is because you're still doing deep inner work and learning lessons with the Hermit coming after. This is because particularly you're moving forward and trying to not make the same quote unquote mistakes that you feel you've made in the past. I'm not really getting a sense of mistakes. I'm really getting a sense of paradigm shifts and learning and growing based on what was programmed and based on the healing that you delivered yourself or was delivered to you. Death with the Eight of Cups is really talking about walking away from an old cycle, completely walking away and walking out of an old, maybe uninformed way of being. Maybe a way of being, this Page of Pentacles energy could have a lot to do with people-pleasing energy. It could have to do with the energy of playing it safe, so playing things small. It feels like you're walking away from playing small, from imagining small, and from trying to please anyone or others. And so in some ways that's closing a cycle of deception for you, because in order to please others, there's parts of you that you've had to mask in the past. And it caused you to feel so drained all the time, having to mask that part of you. It caused you to feel very weighed down. So if at moments in your recent days, you've been feeling moments where you feel suddenly completely drained, very weak, it could pay attention to yourself in those moments and check in with the parts of you that you are hiding from yourself, the parts of you that you might be hiding from others, or any energies that might be coming up in order to be released, any patterns that might be coming up in order to be released. You're really charging very strongly forward, but also just meticulously taking aiming your steps based on the understanding that you've gained. That's what I'm getting with that Hermit energy. So underlying your conscious energy, we have the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles. I see you and feel you paving your own way forward here. You're taking your own steady, could be gradual, but definitely steady steps forward. There was a way in which you had held back because you couldn't imagine something bringing you joy. You couldn't imagine something actually bring the fulfillment, the contentment. It feels like the kind of bounty that you needed, the kind of emotional stability, the peace that you were going to gain from something, that you are going to gain from something. You couldn't imagine it before, and so it made you hold back. This could be some creative venture of yours. This could be some truth of yours that you're wanting to speak. This could be claiming some opportunity that you know exists for you. But either way, there was some way that you held back before. And now, slowly but surely, you're realizing that it's okay for you to expect bigger. Not just dream bigger, but expect larger. And the more you're practicing doing this, the more you're practicing releasing the people-pleasing energies or the playing small energies, it's leading you up through this tunnel of yourself where you'll come out as the embodiment of your higher self. The embodiment of you having accepted and reclaimed all your power and being seated in your own inner throne, basically. So that's what you're walking toward. That's what you're charging towards, really. And that's the conscious aspect of you. I see very much so that you are very consciously making and taking your own way. With the Magician and the Chariot, there's a strong reclamation of your mind here that I'm sensing. Let's look into your unconscious energies now. Your unconscious energy is judgment. This is number 20 in the major arcana, which I felt guided to share for someone. Number 20 in Roman numerals is XX. X representing 10, so it's 10 twice. This, for me right now, intuitively is referencing the closing of multiple phases, more than one phase at a time in your life. And with this particular judgment card, I'm getting this emphasis on a rebirth energy. So, of course, you had death in the conscious energies, and along with death comes rebirth. So it feels as though there's a total ascension going on your mental planes, right? With your mind and even your brain, right? Even on the physical level, this ascension, this that you're doing here, it's having an effect on your brain, an expanding and enlightening effect. On the split, you have the Four of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. So this is a part of what judgment is being called over. These are things that you may have been holding on to, whether it's patterns, whether it's relationships, and emotions that you may not have recognized were sort of stagnated within you. And with stagnated emotions, we eventually experience stagnated realities. So that's why there's kind of liberating of stuck energies going on within you at this time. It also feels like there are some unhealthy or toxic habits surrounding relationships. And this is relationships of all kinds, intimate kinds, platonic kinds. There's some kind of toxic bond being recognized or that exists there, and this is unconscious to you, so it's not necessarily being recognized. And it has, in a lot of cases, most if not all cases, to do with some things that are being consumed in the company of those relationships. So this could be speaking about relationships that survive on consumption of unhealthy substances, or speaking about unhealthy topics, or speaking in unhealthy ways, or just doing things that are not enlightened, not in alignment with your mental ascension that's happening right now. This is speaking about those relationships. So unconscious to you, that judgment is also being called over those in your life. And behind those, again, we have death. This is in the form of Santa Muerte. So this is a karmic clearing. And this clearing goes within each individual that you relate with in those scenarios and gives them the opportunity to sort of ascend, to rise up, to either meet you or to just simply meet themselves. I'm getting the sense here that there's a part of you that holds back on fully immersing yourself in this journey, on this spiritual, mental journey that you're experiencing because of self-doubt, doubts and anxieties about yourself, and also because of fears regarding maybe releasing certain karmic bonds. Spirit points out here that there are true bonds, true friends, true partners who are reflecting you, who are mirroring you, whose soul in some ways is awaiting you to delve into that, to take that leap of faith and to immerse yourself in your journey, because this is their catalyst and it awakens them and helps them to take that leap of faith onto their own journey. So Spirit is saying to kind of offer yourself a new or a different perspective on that, where you taking this leap of faith, you taking this journey and beginning to grow in this way is actually a positive or healing thing for the people who are mirroring you, the people who are truly meant to connect with you or to connect with himself on a higher level in this lifetime. Either way, it feels like unconscious to you. Spirit is working with you to deconstruct all of your reservations against fully immersing yourself in this journey. With the energy underlying the unconscious being 10 of Pentacles with the 7 of Wands, you are most definitely being called to step onto your path, your soul's path, to claim what is your soul's right on this earth. And in order to do this, Spirit is having to go through your conscious and unconscious blocks, your resistances with the 7 of Wands, your fears, and the situations that you have allowed to control you in the past, the situations to which you have given your power. This is going to be a time of getting frank and candid, starkly honest about exactly the nature of alignment of each situation, each relationship, each pattern with your highest good. And each time you do, this will provide a catalyst, not only for others, but a catalyst for you and for your soul to continue to move forward. It provides sort of leverage to grasp onto and pull yourself up each time you do this. So this journey will be building stamina within. This journey will be building patience. And also it will be showing you what types of energies to move quickly towards, what types of energies to not hold back from. And these have to do with love. These have to do with unconditional love within and external to you. So this is a very powerful energy. For you who is resonating with this reading, for you who are resonating with this reading, this is talking about your spiritual awakening. This is a lifelong journey, and each phase will feel different each time you connect with it. And so Spirit invites you to savor each moment and to exist in the present with your feelings, no matter what they may or may not feel like in that time. You are starting the process of reclaiming your power. Your guidance from the tarot today is strength. Strength. Not only does this speak about the literal word on the card, which is strength, being able to persist through this journey, right? Like we spoke about stamina and patience. Strength speaks of spiritual wisdom and claiming the spiritual wisdom from each situation in each moment. It's so precious. It's desperately precious. Strength is also speaking today about how the strength of our intention can hold power and thus control over our impulses, our automatic habits, possibly addictions. The guidance being strength indicates that you have what it takes to triumph over these things. You'll find that your style of relating with others will shift, and you might find that you go back and forth between your energy that you're shifting into, the energy that it took you the strength to build, and the pattern, the old way. This is natural and happens at many, if not all, points along the journey. Of course, none of us has completed our journey yet, and we all go through moments of doubt. We all go through moments of non-clarity. And when we're unclear, we might make decisions that we wouldn't make otherwise in moments when we are clear. Try not to be too hard on yourself if or as these moments come up. It doesn't mean that you're gone backwards or that you haven't made any progress. You are still on your way. It is just the nature of the journey. It's just the nature of releasing energy and releasing things that have been stored up or stuck for quite a while. You're going to reach deeper and more sensitive parts of yourself than possibly ever before. So stay tuned for that, because from there you'll be gaining new wisdom, higher truth, and you'll be completely renovating, revamping your paradigms, right? Your system of beliefs. If right now you're feeling this sense of exhaustion, this sense of being overburdened or just tasked with undesired obligations, unnecessary obligations, distractions, distracting expectations, anything that is making you feel drained or distracted or uninspired, Spirit is guiding you to create protection for yourself, create boundaries for yourself against whatever it is, those substances, those habits, those connections, those individuals, those beliefs. Find your way around those things to isolate them in your mind and create a healthy boundary for yourself so that you can establish your own inner protection from these things. As you do this, there's this guarantee here that you will notice movement. You will notice shifts in your reality. And as you notice this, Spirit encourages you to keep going. More clarity, more truth, more healing is coming to you in the form of universal love. It feels like as you look deeper, there's been a part of you that has been constantly at war with yourself and has been holding yourself back. It feels like there's been deep insecurities. There have been so many things that have been going on unconscious to you, within you. And these have to do with, again, your inner earth child. These are a part of what will be coming up for you very strongly along this journey. And it's a part of what you will need this strength for, this spiritual strength that Spirit is guiding you to continue cultivating. This is it for the tarot, and we will see if Spirit has any Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle card as a closing message for today. Okay, and first I will read the underlying energy. The energy underlying today's message is number 42, Kambaba Jasper, Ancient Echoes. Kambaba Jasper attunes your personal biorhythms to the natural cycles of the planet. This crystal also facilitates deep clearing of your karmic body and the ancestral line. When you live in your head rather than the physical world, your cellular structure becomes unstable and your metabolism is thrown off balance. You may not be assimilating oxygen or nutrients such as minerals and vitamins. Remember that ideas are nutrients too. Disruption of your autonomic nervous system and immune system may be caused by ancient traumas and family dramas. Getting in touch with the ancestors and understanding the processes of creation helps you to recognize the value of recycling the past to create a more potent future. Check out what has passed down the ancestral line and utilize homeopathic healing for miasms such as tuberculosis. By changing how you view things, you dramatically improve your well-being. Reconnecting to ancient wisdom and the roots of being. And the card that has come out to close the reading is number 2, Flint, Portal Power. Flint stabilizes energy and cuts through to the core of issues, clearing blockages and loosening ties. It opens portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. You are a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore this hidden side. It contains treasure beyond knowing, together with attitudinal karma and repressed emotions affecting your well-being. Flint connects you to your ancestors. A natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to obtain healing insights. Strengthen your boundaries. Cut through confusion to the core of the matter. Soul retrieval is necessary if you left any part of yourself in another life or an abusive childhood experience. An unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind, but recognize lessons before you move on. Paying attention to energetic boundaries and core strength, cutting detrimental ties, and strengthening your connection to the planet maintains well-being. Safely exploring other worlds. Okay, And so I do hope this message has brought you a great deal of peace, and I'm grateful for us having connected here today. I look forward to us connecting again in the future. For now, take great care of yourself and happy aligning.